We've had more requests for 2-player games, so today we're going to teach you how to play Nerts. Now you can play this with 2 to 4 players, but you do need a different deck of cards for each player, and they have to have different backs to them. So since Josh and I are playing, the 2 of us will have 2 decks with different backs, and it's similar to playing solitaire. We'll show you how. I'm using a Boston deck. Josh is using an Ireland deck, so you can see they're very different. His are already set up, and I'm going to show you how to set it up. And then you're going to flip over 4 cards in a row.
This game is very similar to solitaire. It's the same as playing 2, 3, or 4 person solitaire. We have our pile here. This is our Nerts pile. We have our 4 different stacks, and as we play the game, you're moving cards from the Nerts pile. This is the object of the game, is to get this over with. As soon as this pile is over, the game's over. But it's a race. You're playing as quick as you can against the other opponents that are playing with and against you. So you do it just like solitaire. You take 3 cards at a time, and you alternate black, red, and if you can't go, you take another 3. And as you get aces, you're going to start putting the aces up here. This is the only area where both players can use the same piles. Right now, I can't work on Mickey's piles, and she can't work on mine, except when the aces are developed. I'm going to play my half of the game so we can show you how to play. But as you're playing for real, Mickey will be playing at the exact same time that I'm playing. And it's, like I said, it's kind of like a race. So I get my 3, the aces go up here. When up here, they have to be the same suit, just like regular solitaire. I'm going to move the 3 from my Nerts pile here. I'm going to flip this over. I get to move another ace over. Flip this over. I get to move another ace over. Flip it over. And we're playing. I can now move this jack down here. The queen, I can't do anything with. As you start moving these piles over on each other and there's a voided space, you fill that void with your Nerts pile. Flip it over. Now, it's similar to solitaire as well, as you're taking 3 cards at a time. So I'm taking 3, I flip it over. There's an ace, and Mickey can work off this ace. I can work off this ace as we go back and forth. So everything is done in 3s. Just like regular solitaire. Another ace. Bring up my 2. And the cards are going to get mixed up, mine versus hers, but that's okay. That's the reason that we're using different decks with different backs, so that we can count them up at the end and see. As you're playing, you want to keep an eye up here, because these numbers will be changing, because your opponent will be adding cards to the aces. When you get to a point that you're stuck, like right now we're both stuck, we both went through the cards, we can't make any changes. If we both agree that we're stuck, we'll take the cards, we'll take the top card and put it at the bottom, so that our 3-card sequence is now changed, and we'll continue again throughout the game. And instantly, we're unfrozen. We fast forward a little bit. We've been playing for a couple of minutes. We're kind of getting down to the end, so we're taking a little bit of a pause. The game is over when your Nerts pile is over. However, if you are the one that runs out of the Nerts cards, you can elect to continue to play if you have a few cards that you think you can add to your points column. So we're going to go ahead and pick it up again here, and whoever's out first will yell Nerts, and that'll be the end.
Nerts.
Nerts. Okay, so game is over. The way that we keep scores, we take all the cards that are in the aces piles, and we separate them. I'll let Mickey separate half, and I'll separate half. And whatever's in this pile, you're going to get 1 point for each of your cards. And whatever was left in your Nerts pile, you're going to get 2 points taken away. So to my Nerts pile, that's -2. I have 20 here. -2 gives me 18 points. And Mickey has
13.
So she has 13. So even though she went out first, I got more points, which is why, even though as soon as you run out of your Nerts pile, you don't have to end the game. You have the option to continue to play and get more points up on top of your aces if you want. Typically, we'll set a target score of about 100. That allows us to play 2, 3, 4 rounds, depending on how many people are playing, and whoever gets to 100 first wins. And that's Nerts.
After each round and they're all mixed together, you'll want to sort them back into decks of cards, and you'll start with your deck again.